Hello everyone, this is Bill Apter down here at Apter's Alley, February 5th, 2021. Early this morning I was driving to an appointment and I got a phone call from my dear friend Herb Simmons, who told me that he had confirmed that Butch Reed had died. Very sad. Butch was in his late 60s. He had some heart issues. I knew him pretty well. Traveled on the road with he and Ron Simmons many times. Had some great times with the two of them on the road. They were both characters when they were together. And beside wrestling, a lot of people don't know this, and I don't even think it's on his Wikipedia page, but a lot of you don't know that Butch Reed always wanted to be a cowboy, and he spent many seasons away from wrestling doing rodeo. Yeah, he loved the rodeo. Absolute passion with him, and he and I used to talk about that quite a bit. My favorite days of watching him in action were Mid-South, when he shared the ring with people like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Bill Watts' Mid-South promotion, Ted DiBiase, Mr. Wrestling #2. That was such a great era. And then, of course, when he went to Jim Crockett Promotions, and, of course, the masked team of Doom, managed by Teddy Long, and then eventually by Woman. He was an incredible wrestling athlete. He could do almost anything in the ring. He started off as what we used to call in the magazines, as a fan favorite, and eventually transitioned into a rule breaker. And he became the Natural, as you know, in WWF. Dyed his hair blonde, had the Reverend Slick as his manager. He was a great character. A lot of people remember him best from that. So your memories of Butch Reed, whether it was Hacksaw Butch Reed, the Natural Butch Reed, the Rodeo Butch Reed, or any Butch Reed, let me know. What I want to do right now is I had two very special interviews that I want to run. One of them was from 2017 at Bud Carson's Pro Wrestling World, where I interviewed Butch and Ron Simmons, and then an interview at the end of 2019, also at Bud Carson's. And I believe in that interview, if I remember correctly, we were also joined by Greg the Hammer Valentine. So, Butch Reed, gonna miss you. The wrestling world is just terribly mourning your loss, as is the rest of your fans, your friends, and your family. So right now, let's go back to the two interviews I was talking to you about, 2017, 2019, remembering Hacksaw Butch Reed.
At that next stage.
I was going to ask you about this. You know, every time we're together, people always say, you know, we see Ron Simmons on the After Chat, but whatever happened to that Butch Reed guy? And there's a guy here today who says he's a Butch Reed look-alike.
Well, you know, he looks similar to Butch, you know. I wondered if that was him myself.
You don't have no more doubts, because this is Butch Reed.
Well, finally.
The Hacksaw, and either one of them, any of you know out there looking at this page, you know it's the real deal.
It's so good to see you again. And, you know, I photographed so many of your matches back in the day and all that, and always wondered what happened to Butch Reed, because years ago you went underground. So tell everybody out there what you've been doing these days.
Fell on back out in the woods where I belong and just fell off the grid.
Yeah.
You know, I've done a lot of running and gunning, Bill.
You were doing rodeo for a while, weren't you?
Yeah. Those days about over now, but I still ride and rope. I still rope. I don't still wrestle no more. And I still train my ponies. Get a little old, get a little sore too. But anyway, you know, I like coming out to these signings and stuff like that, and having camaraderie with my old road dog over here.
Move back just a bit so we get all of us in here. I'm sorry.
You know, so people see me around those kind of deals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as far as getting in the ring, putting on another pair of trunks.
So what do you think? Do you think this is? Do you think this is the real guy?
I think that's the real guy. Then you know what? Check this out. You know, like when we were beginning, you know, he and I were tagging that, right? Doom, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he was taking me on his wing, you know, giving me all the guys and everything. And he said, "Listen, I got to get you out there, man. You know, to get on one of them bulls and ride him." I said, "You know what? The only bull that I and Ron Simmons is gonna ride, I'm gonna stick a fork in it. Okay?
That's it.
Well done."
That's
okay.
it. I love it. Well, it's great. When was the last time you two saw? Well, I know yesterday at the big event, but when before that, do you stay in touch pretty regularly?
Listen, once you're together like Butch and I have been, no matter if you don't see each other for a while, guess what? The love and the spirit is there all the time.
It's a brotherhood.
So we are always in touch.
It's a brotherhood. So now I'm going to ask you two the loaded question because no one's ever asked this.
Right.
There was a team named Doom that had masks on that looked a lot like him and you.
Were they black guys?
They were.
What?
They were. You didn't know about
No.
this? Wow.
What are you trying to say? We do like two bandits or something?
No, they had masks on, and they were managed by women. You know what? I'm going to end this. You know what I have to say?
Yeah.
You know what I have to say?
What is it?
Damn. Hello, everyone, for OneWrestling.com and OneWrestlingVideo.com. This is Bill Apter, and it's such a pleasure to talk to one of my oldest friends, and I don't mean age-wise, in the whole world. We did so many road trips and everything together.
Yeah. With a lot of locations.
Yeah, Butch Reed, welcome to the Apter Chat. It's been
thank you.
It's been a while. So before we talk about the past, tell everybody what you're doing these days. We're here at Bud Carson's convention in Allentown.
Living in retirement, Bill.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm living at home.
Which is where? What town?
Warrensburg, Missouri, my hometown.
Right.
Exactly hometown.
Right.
Not Kansas City. Warrensburg, Missouri. Central Missouri. It's located in Central Missouri on State Highway 50. And if any of y'all coming through there, you can stop in on me. I'll let you.
You know where to go. So when did you finally retire?
Well, about 4 years ago, 5.
Wait a minute. There's a guy over here. Excuse me. Come in here.
Greg.
Sir, wait a minute.
He told me he wasn't going to be here.
I thought I was, but I'm booked.
Oh, he's booked. That's
I'm
good.
booked.
I'm glad to see
So
you.
Greg
This
Valentine.
is the natural Butch Reed.
Yeah.
This is
He's
Greg
my
Graham.
idol. He's my idol.
Was he your idol? He still is.
Yes.
He's a great inspiration to me.
So wait a minute. Let's go to his career. What are some of the things about the natural Butch Reed that set him apart from everybody else?
He had blonde hair.
That's right.
Natural blonde.
I remember that.
He was called the natural Butch Reed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in terms of what he did in the ring, did you wrestle him many times?
No, he was a villain, and so was I.
Yes,
But
sir.
Yeah, but I thought back
was-
in the day when he was, he was a good guy in some of the territories.
was he? Well, I don't remember. He's never been a
We
good
never
guy.
looked up.
But no, I don't think we've ever wrestled each other.
Wow.
Partnered.
So this
Yes,
is
partners.
so this is the match that should have taken place but never did.
No, I don't know about that. He did good on his own, and so did I. But he was great in the WWF.
Yes. Well, I remember, of course, Doom tag team and you and Ron Simmons together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was an incredible team.
See, I didn't remember. I didn't know they were together. Was that in WCW?
Yes. Yeah.
WCW.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But I saw a picture of them that they were putting out there yesterday at the convention or a wrestling show, wherever the hell we were at. And I saw that
Queens.
they were,
Queens.
Yeah. No, we weren't in Queens. We were in some other
Weren't you?
town.
You went to the big event.
Yeah, but
that was
then
in Queens, right?
We were in another town
Okay.
south of there, in Jersey,
Okay.
of all places.
All right.
Bayville.
Seaside Heights.
Bayville.
somewhere.
Now you and Ron wore masks for a period of time, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I saw. They had a picture of the mask.
So how did you know it was them?
Huh?
How did you know it was them? They had the
I'm
masks
not a
on.
friggin' mark. I'll let you talk.
You
All
are
right.
ready for any kind
Thank
of
you,
action.
Greg. Thank
Yeah,
you.
no, Greg Valentine, and of course, did you know his dad, Johnny Valentine?
I never did quite. I met him one time, but I never did get to know him. He was an older gentleman and everything, you know.
And well, your most memorable. People always want to know what was your greatest match. What was your most memorable match? There were probably a few of them, weren't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was memorable matches with Harley, Ric Flair especially, and the late Junkyard Dog, man.
Yes.
I've had.
Oh, back in Bill Watts territory.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We had the knockdown and the dragouts and everything. I had a hell of a run in Florida working with the Dory Funk and his brother.
I remember that.
Terry. You know, they really, you know, mentored me. Even though we were working together, I was still working baby then, and but them guys, they inspired people like David Von Erich, and I was down there. Skip Young and Sweet Brown Sugar.
Oh, I remember him. I
Yeah,
remember him.
and,
He was an excellent wrestler. And you were in Texas for quite a while also.
I was in and out of Texas and Louisiana, especially.
What did
These
you
places I was very
what did you
successful.
what did you learn, because everybody talks about the greatness of Bill Watts when he ran that territory. What did you learn from Bill Watts in that territory?
I learned how to be solid,
Yeah.
and not only from Bill Watts, but he had a hell of a coach down there called Ernie the Big Cat Ladd.
Oh, he was one of my favorite
He
people.
was a good coach to me, and he run up and down the roads with me. He's inspiring me. He's coaching me. He's mentoring me, and he's teaching me, you know, how to really, you know, sell to people that I'm one of the best, and that I, you know, and that I can control the ring, and I can also put on the good entertainment that people want to see.
Yeah. See,
He
now
taught
back
me how
then,
to walk. Let me tell you, Ernie taught me how to walk and talk.
did he?
That's right.
Did he?
And
He was a master of the talk, and he had that, for a big guy, he had that, let me tell you something, Mr. TV announcer. He had that
oh
great-
yeah, he had that charisma.
Yes, definitely. Now, do you still watch wrestling on TV these days?
Not really, but you know, every once in a while I peep in there and see how the young men are doing it today, and it's changed.
Yeah,
I'm just putting it like that.
Totally different business.
It's changed now, but back in my day, you know, we really got down to earth. We got in holds. You know, we worked in and out of holds. We had our high spots, you know, and we just used the psychology that we were wanted, that was really required for us to use to be really successful not only with the promoters but with the people, you know.
A lot of people don't realize that another part of your life was you did rodeo forever, didn't you?
Yeah. Team roped and steer wrestled. I was brought up a cowboy.
I was going to say, how did you get into that?
I was born to it. I was raised with horses. I was raised around cattle, raised around just the ranch and farm life.
Yeah.
Hogs, sheep, goats, you know, chickens.
Yeah.
Everything.
So I remember you telling me about that. So before we go, I love to do this. Would you mind coming in real close? So I love to go back and show people what doesn't happen today, all right? So tonight, Butch Reed, it's going to be you wrestling Harley Race for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship right here in Allentown, PA. He's watching right now. Would you tell Harley Race what's going to happen tonight?
You're trying to milk an interview out of me, aren't you?
I'd love that. I thought it'd be great. Yeah.
Harley, you know, you've had a good run. Harley Race, you've been up, you've been down, you've been all around. But it's new blood in town, Harley. It's time for you to get over. It's time for you to take a seat, because Butch Reed is going to be hard to beat. And it's time for you to get up off of that championship strap, because you done carried it too long. You done been 5 or 6 world champions. So it's time for you to just sit down and let the big boys eat. I'm coming to get you, Harley. So be prepared for the bear.
You got to be there tonight, Allentown, PA.